Before I start the following reaction, I want to let you guys know that this video may only just be my review because lately Hasbro has been having a bit of a problem with this specific episode being up on YouTube. And where I got this episode from was from Daily Motion because I couldn't find it anywhere on YouTube. It's because anytime it was uploaded on YouTube, it would, like 5 minutes afterwards, it would just go down automatically. So it looks like Hasbro just has a problem with this specific episode being up, which is a shame because it's a Cutie Mark Crusaders episode, so that means it should hopefully be a good episode. But yeah, just so you guys know, this video may not have a reaction in it. It may only have my review, but hopefully that won't happen. So, let's begin. Hello and good evening. I'm Mr. Chaos. And tonight I'm going to be reacting to the 19th episode of MLP Season 6, and it is The Fault in Our Cutie Marks, I believe. So yeah, this is obviously going to be a Cutie Mark Crusaders episode, obviously, so means this episode should be pretty good. I saw on the thumbnail for the preview for this episode that there was some kind of Griffin character. So, we're going to see Gilda again, or we're going to see Griffinstone again, I'm not really sure. But, my best guess is maybe, obviously, maybe this Griffin character probably is having some trouble discovering who she is, and I can see maybe that's going to pose a bit of an issue because griffins are not ponies, and really ponies can only have cutie marks, but let's just see what happens. I'm curious now. Alright, headphones on. Alright, let's get started. I want to see how this goes. Alright, 3, 2, 1, go.
Keeping Petunia busy like you asked.
Oh, Petunia, okay.
What do you want to talk about?
I'm sure you get these questions all the time. Oh, this is so awkward.
You're the expert, so we thought you'd have some insight into our daughter's new cutie mark.
What's wrong?
Obviously, we're both very proud of her and her cutie mark.
Despite its
I like these parents. I like the way they were made.
Unsettling?
Oh, an unsettling cutie mark. Oh god, a skeleton!
What you mean?
Her mark doesn't
That is unsettling.
bother you at all?
It bothers me a little bit. Oh, wait a minute.
A spiny back pony
Oh, okay.
in our own backyard! And I found him on my very own! How cool is that? Oh, she's an archaeologist.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense.
A pirate?
Pirate?
They wanted her to be a pirate? Oh, the mom's face. She looked like a psychopath. The way the mom's eyes kind of went apart a little bit made her look like a psychopath.
I used to wonder what friendship could be. Until you all shared its magic with me. Big adventure, tons of fun. A beautiful heart, faithful and strong. Sharing kindness, it's an easy feat. And magic makes it all complete. You have mine. Do you know you are my very best friend?
Well, this ought to be interesting. We will never forget Lauren Faust.
Woohoo! Another successful cutie intervention! You know, Crusaders, I don't want to toot our own horn, but we've helped a lot of ponies figure out their purpose in life.
Yep.
Like Blue Note here. Nice saxophone, Blue Note.
Blue Note. What's with all the interesting names in this episode so far?
There's a pony we've helped find a purpose.
Hey, Tender Taps.
You've got to admit, we've had a pretty good effect on every pony since we discovered our destiny. And
Yeah, I mean, I find it a bit weird how not a lot of ponies are recognizing them, which I guess would happen because, you know, they're just the Cutie Mark Crusaders, but heck, they changed a lot of lives, so they should be noticed a little bit in public. Ah.
can't handle? Like, say, a griffin? Ha! Exactly.
Oh,
Like a
griffin.
griffin. But that's just crazy talk.
Sweetie Belle, look forward. Oh, who's that?
Is that
Behaving like a dog picture on Derpy Burrow right there. Like the way she was kind of using her leg to kind of brush herself. That would be a picture on Derpy Burrow with like the tag of like behaving like a dog.
Looks like we gotta step
Or not, I don't know.
The Cutie Mark Crusaders! I can't believe it's really you!
Oh wait, they have a Griffin fan?
This griffin, not Frankie. How in the blooming apples did you know who we are? Know who you are? Know who you are!
I like how she's holding all three of them like little pony plushies.
Do I could just explode? I'm Gabriella, but you can
Oh, Gabriella. Okay.
please to meet
I like
you.
that name.
Well, howdy, Gabby? I'm just about the most excited any griffin that's ever been about anything!
This is Pinkie. This is like Pinkie Pie on a whole new level. This is like Pinkie Pie and a Griffin.
Every pony in town tells me of your amazing assistance! How you help ponies find their place in the world! It's a calling, and that's why I'm here. I need help too. I want you to give me a cutie mark!
But they can't.
Get a cutie mark?
Like, one, you have to earn a cutie mark, and two, you're a Griffin, so I'm not really sure if she really can. Yeah, I can see some problems beginning to form.
Okay, Gabby, why do you even want a cutie mark?
Oh, Gabby K?
Doesn't
Okay.
seem like a very griffin-y thing to want. Right? You're telling me. I don't know if you've heard, but griffins...
Okay, don't soil yourself. Calm down. This might be the most, like, hyper character I've ever seen on the show. Oh, yeah, Griffinstone.
The good kind of
Yeah, Gabriella might just be, like, the most,
spread a little bit of griffin-y sunshine on my rounds, which always makes me feel different from the other griffins.
Oh, okay, so she was like Pinkie Pie for, Griffinstone. She was, like, the happy and hyper one.
But it just always seemed like the harder I tried...
But seriously, Gabriella is like so hyper, like, seriously, like, calm down.
Teachers actually like helping each other.
Oh, we're going back to the Lost Treasure of Griffinstone episode.
Pony and griffin to griffin. I knew then that I had to find
Wait a
out what was
minute.
so different from the other griffins.
This is similar to,
Amazing mark.
this is similar to a Thorax, being inspired by, the main six, like, fighting, like, the rest of the Changeling army. And now here Gabriella is, like, inspired by what happened, in the Lost Treasure of Griffinstone episode.
One thing. I just
Oh, there's the Petunia family again.
Crusaders. They've helped every pony here get their cutie marks. And I
Hey,
knew-
Tender Taps.
just knew that
Again.
someday I'd have one too.
Hey, Blue Note.
Mark of my very own.
I can see the fan art on Derpy World just skyrocketing out of control out of this episode.
Help me by giving me a cutie mark. So, let's make with the cutie. Whenever you're ready. Did it happen yet?
You have to earn it. Like, calm down.
Exactly. How about now? Gabby, I hate to break it to you.
Oh, they're reusing this music track again. This is like the third time I've heard this music track used in the scene.
I mean, we are kind of awesome and all, but no pony can just give you a cutie mark. It just sort of happens.
What?
Going
How would you
forward,
not?
It doesn't happen to griffins, or if it does, we've never ever heard of it. Oh, I hadn't thought of that. Sounds like a challenge. And who could be up to it but the world famous Cutie Mark Crusaders?
Okay, I like this character. I like this character. Compared to Zephyr, she's a much more entertaining and nice character.
We'll have it 100% figured out. Toodles for now. Whee! Gonna get my cutie mark. What she wants,
Over time, though, you have to earn it.
right?
Wait, what is her cutie mark gonna be, even if she earns one?
Just might.
For once, this is an episode that makes me eager to see how the rest of it goes. Hey, Twilight.
Other than a pony getting a cutie mark. But Twilight, Gabby flew all the way here so we could help her. There's gotta be something we can do. Say, is there some kind of spell you can whip up to make her mark appear? I don't know if any of you remember, but using magic to get a cutie mark never really works out all that well.
It doesn't. You have to earn it.
Oh, right. Crusaders, I'm sorry. While I can't say for certain that it's utterly impossible, the chances of Gabby getting an actual mark are pretty slim. Everything I've ever learned tells me it's just not gonna happen.
Or will it?
Gabby, what the apples
See-
are we ever gonna tell her?
What's with the what the apples? Like, what the apples? Like, seriously? That's not really that funny.
This is terrible. Gabby really believed in us, and now we're gonna let her down. But what else can we do?
Oh, the fear of letting somebody down.
Maybe we can't help Gabby get a
Haven't we just gone over that in the previous episode? Like how Fluttershy and Pinkie Pie feared that they were gonna let all of Ponyville down, and now here the Cutie Mark Crusaders are fearing that they're gonna let Gabriella down.
All we have to do is be
Feels like we're going over this like twice, if you ask me.
Crystal Empire clear.
There she is again. Okay, that is cute. I like how Gabriella like keeps like holding all three of the Cutie Mark Crusaders like little toys.
Well, Gabby, we've talked it over, and we think we may just be able to help you out, but not exactly in the way you think. See, here's the thing about you getting a cutie mark. I'm getting a cutie mark!
Calm down. Calm down.
You didn't let me finish!
She is way too hyper.
Maybe that could have been clearer.
Well, she was being clear. She just didn't let him finish. I mean, let her finish.
She's still going. Any pony know if griffins ever get tired? What do you think my mark will be? A lightning bolt? An erupting volcano? I don't care if it's a jar of marmalade. I know I'll love it, whatever it is. Hold on just a hoof step, Gabby. There's something we need to clear up. We can definitely help you find your purpose, but that mark's probably not gonna happen. What? It's true. Twilight's never heard of a creature other than a pony getting a cutie mark. Oh, is that all? You had me worried for a second. I mean, there's a first time for everything, right? And she didn't say it was impossible, right? Well, not exactly. Well, then if any pony can make it happen, it's you three. I mean, you haven't failed yet. You know what, Gabby? I promise we're gonna do everything we can to help you get your mark. Oh, it's gonna happen. I can feel it.
Calm down, Gabriella. Jeez.
He's off again. Why in tarnation would you promise something that just can't be done? I know what it's like to want something that's out of reach. And just because it hasn't happened yet, doesn't mean it can't. Maybe trying for the impossible isn't so bad. Guess we'll never know for sure unless we give it a try. Alright, but where do we even start? Where we always do, with a good old-fashioned Crusaders chart.
Yep.
The first thing we gotta do is find your purpose. No pony gets a mark without one. Oh, right! Let's do this! What are you good at? Do you play any sports? Or like to dance? Or how about singing? I just love to sing. La 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 la! Wow!
I thought that was gonna like shatter the windows, but no, Sweetie Belle's a good singer, so.
Don't worry, that's what we're here for.
Oh, a song?
Like a racer at the starting line, you're chomping at the
Oh,
bit.
yeah.
You are here to find your
That
purpose
was a bit
and
weird.
a place to really fit. And until you find your place in life, you're never gonna quit. We can help you find the purpose in your life.
Okay, I like this instrumental.
A griffin mixes lion strength with winged eagle's might. When I finally find my purpose, then my cutie mark's in sight. Crusaders, I won't let you down. I've just begun to fight. You're gonna help me find the purpose in my life. Got a job that's just no fun. Call on me, I'll get it done. Cauldron stuck and needs a mix. I'm the one who's got the fix. Help you teach pre-calculus. Scrub the floors, won't
Wait,
make
what?
a fuss. Clear and
Wait, it seems like she's good at everything.
ready to help. That's the spirit you wanna see what you do best. Try it all, pick your fate and leave behind the rest. I'll try anything to get my cutie mark. Keep up.
Okay, I like this song.
We're just getting our
Wait, when did Ponyville ever
Purpose in her life.
Oh yeah, how are you gonna find it now? It seems like she's good at everything.
Cheer you if you're feeling low. Plant your garden, make it grow. Write a piece for your quartet. Filling in a
Maybe it's because she has so much experience like trying to make everybody back at Griffinstone happy that now it's beginning to take a toll on like I think this is why she seems like she's like good at everything and she's so willing to help a lot of people.
count on me.
At least she's growing a reputation.
Gonna help me find my purpose. The purpose in my life.
Okay, I like her singing voice. It's actually not bad. I like it. Hey, Lucky Clover.
Now how are we gonna do this?
Yeah, now now what are you gonna do?
Everything, right? It may as well be. I don't know how we found what she's supposed to
And
do.
there's no such thing as an everything cutie mark. Unless there will be.
Finding her purpose seems impossible. We can just forget about the whole Griffin getting a cutie mark thing, which is actually impossible. I never should have gotten her hopes up. I did it all! So, lay it on me, Crusaders. What's my purpose? And how do we get a mark on these here haunches? We don't. Wait! What are you saying?
Oh no.
Since he can do everything so amazing.
I don't want to see this character break into tears. I like her.
One thing you're supposed to do. Gabby, we can't help you. But you're the world famous Cutie Mark Crusaders. I can't believe it. I won't believe it. Gabby, wait. We're sorry. We're so sorry. This is just awful.
I don't know why I grin at these parts, but I don't know.
Cutie
What?
Mark failures.
Oh, so that's where the episode title, like, the fault in our cutie marks comes in? Like, our only flaw? Like, we can't do everything?
We could help any pony. Maybe that's just it.
Yeah, but not a griffin, though. You said any pony, but not any griffin.
Maybe you just plain failed. Failed? Then what do you call this? A cutie mark?
Is that just a tattoo?
What? You got your mark after all, even though we couldn't find your purpose. But huh? How?
That face. Like, huh? How?
I don't know. Maybe it means my purpose is helping Sakura with potions.
Wait.
That was the first thing I tried.
Why does she seem so, strange?
And here it is. This is whatever we did worked.
Gabriella's tone seems a bit strange.
She needs
Oh, wait, her face. Twilight is gonna wash it off? I knew it, it's just a tattoo? Or a drawing, or a painting, or...
I better take care of that before I forget. Here's an idea.
I'm liking the structure of Gabriella's personality. Like she was so devastated and heartbroken by the fact that the Cutie Mark Crusaders couldn't help her that now she's gone out of her way to get a tattoo or kind of make a painting, and now she's nervous that it's going to be washed off.
You just missed her. She was in such a hurry she didn't even come in. Just dropped this letter and zoomed away. Dear Crusader.
Yeah, she never slows down or holds still.
You really are every bit as awesome as I'd heard. I'm heading home to tell all the Griffins how you did the impossible by getting me my cutie mark. Toodles? Wait a second. Cutie mark?
Oh, that face.
We got a Griffin, a cutie mark for the first time in recorded
Uh-oh.
A full-scale research project. This makes no
Uh-oh.
sense. Gabby didn't come in and show you her mark? You have
Uh,
got to get
oh
Gabby
no,
here
oh
right now.
no.
I have
She's
so many
flown back
questions.
home and now she's probably in depression now.
Document everything. Spy! Guess what just happened?
Okay, Twilight's actually pretty funny in this scene. I like this episode. Like, I don't know if it really tops Buckball season, but let's just see how the rest of this goes.
Keep your eyes on the skies, ponies. Gabby can't have gone far. She's not in the air. She's right there. Gabby, hold up. We're coming. Sorry, no time to chat. I just stopped to help this pony get out of the muck, and then I really gotta fly. Okay?
Gabriella, are you okay? You don't seem normal.
Gabby, we're your friends. Why You mean the Cutie Mark that's running around?
Oh, I knew it. Oh, no.
Yep, that's the one. I guess the one thing I'm really not good at is faking things. Wow, Gabby. Painting on a fake Cutie Mark to make yourself feel better? You must have been really upset. Sure, I was disappointed, but I didn't do it to make myself feel better. I wanted to make you feel better.
You didn't want to. You
You're
did.
thinking you failed after you tried so hard.
Oh,
to
you,
help.
you didn't want them to see that they had a flaw.
Your Twilight
That they
felt
can
the
help
truth.
everybody.
I'm sorry I wasn't honest with you. I'll just wing my way back to Griffinstone. Thanks for trying. You don't need to apologize for caring about how other ponies are feeling. I'm just sorry we couldn't come through for you. Maybe we can. Gabby, clean up and meet us at the Crusaders Clubhouse. I know you all tried your very best, but I guess Griffins and Cutie Marks just don't mix. Maybe I don't even have a special purpose. Hang on a second. We were racking our brains trying to figure out your destiny until we remembered how every time you did something new, you tried to help every pony around you, even us. How did it feel when you showed up with that fake mark and the three of us thought we'd actually helped you? Well, I was really glad I helped you feel happier. So maybe helping is your thing. You might even say it's your purpose. But
Exactly. That's why you're so good at everything.
doesn't have anything to do with what I'm supposed to do with my life, right? Gabby, finding your special purpose doesn't have to be about being good at something. It's about feeling good about something inside. And it looks like your destiny is a whole lot like ours, helping others. And you don't need a symbol on your flank to know that. But since we are
Yeah, it's okay to be a blank flank.
we made you one anyway. Behold! Your very own Cutie Mark! Ta-da!
Oh, cool.
The moment we all figured out what you should do with your life. But they look just like yours. You can't mean... You bet we do! You're one of us now.
Yep.
Today we dub thee the very first Griffin member of the Cutie Mark Crusaders! Woohoo! You may not be able to get a Cutie Mark, but you're selflessly dedicating your life to helping others anyhow. I can't think of anything more crusadery than that. Awesome! My very own cute
Oh, really? Well, okay, we might throw a party over this, but for some reason it feels a tiny bit unnecessary, but yeah, it's still good.
Of course, helping's what we do, right? I am so grateful. I'm gonna go home and do my very, very best to bring Cutie Mark Crusader values to Griffinstone. I promise. Promise us one other thing too? Come back soon. After all, you're a Crusader.
I look forward to having her back. I like her. I like Gabriella.
Forever.
Oh, I love this episode. I liked it. Oh god. Uh, Hello, Hasbro. Shut up. Probably one of my most favorite episodes of the season. Anyway, that was MLP that was episode 19 of MLP season 6, The Fault in Our Cutie Marks. Okay, you know, first of all, I find that the storyline in this episode actually goes along pretty well with the episode title, like The Fault in Our Cutie Marks. Well, it could have also been called like The Flaw in Our Cutie Marks, or you know, the flaw with the Cutie Mark Crusaders, like the only flaw with the Cutie Mark Crusaders. Like, what I mean is, in this episode, the Cutie Mark Crusaders were to like sort of face the fact that they couldn't really help everybody. Like, well, what I'm trying to say is the Cutie Mark Crusaders kind of realized that are having a hard time realizing that they may not be able to help Gabriella out with actually getting like an actual like permanent cutie mark. But at least in the end, they like make like kind of medals like to kind of put on her saddlebags. So at least that kind of shows her that she's special to them, and she's now a member of the Cutie Mark Crusaders. But yeah, I like how this episode kind of had like our Cutie Mark Crusader characters kind of in a situation where at one point they kind of had to face the fact that they couldn't really help out like they couldn't really help somebody get like an actual permanent cutie mark yeah, because clearly Gabriella is not a pony, and yeah, so because mainly ponies get cutie marks, but Gabriella is obviously a griffin, so kind of immediately I kind of predicted, oh no, she's not going to be able to get a cutie mark, and she's going to be all devastated, isn't she? And yeah, that is kind of what happens, but now about Gabriella was actually the main reason why I actually liked this episode. I thought she was just going to be I thought she wasn't really going to be that good of a character. Like, I thought she was just going to be a completely insincere opposite personality of Gilda. But no, her personality was actually very entertaining and actually pretty cute to watch. Like, I like watching her, I'm like almost at the edge of my seat, and I'm like, whoa, calm down. And I'm like, oh, just stand still for a second. Like stop shouting. Like, it always seemed like she was going to have like an orgasm or like a seizure or something. Oh dear, I think I may have inspired some kind of new idea for some producers on Derby Bro. Let's get off of that. But, oh no. But, yeah, Gabriella, I liked her. Like, I liked her personality, and I don't mean, like her as in, like, love her, like, have a love relationship with her. Like, I'm already married to Twilight, so, yeah, so that's cheating, but, okay, things are getting too personal here. But I like Gabriella's personality. Like I just said, she is actually kind of the main reason why I like this episode. And don't get me wrong, I like the Cutie Mark Crusaders in this episode as well. I like how MLP kind of tackled this kind of storyline, where the Cutie Mark Crusaders aren't really just again saying we already got our cutie marks, so what can we really do? Like, we're bored. Like, what special thing can we really do? Like, why are we special? Like, what's the purpose of our existence? But we already went over that in On Your Marks, like episode 4 of the season with Tender Taps. But I like how they tackle a storyline in this kind of episode where the Cutie Mark Crusaders realize they kind of have a flaw. Like, they realize they can't help every single being in Equestria, like every form of life, get a cutie mark, because obviously only really ponies get cutie marks and not really anybody else. And the way Gabriella says, so, can you give me a cutie mark? Yeah, it obviously doesn't work like that. You have to do some kind of noble thing, or you have to realize that something is your destiny, or you realize that you really enjoy doing this kind of thing doing something to really earn a cutie mark. So, but I still like Gabriella's hyper personality. Like, she's kind of relatable to maybe a hardcore fan of something. Like a person has really become a hardcore fan, and when they actually go to see the actual celebrity or the actual actor or whatever, and they kind of find out that they weren't really all they expected, or yeah, you know what I'm talking about here. Like Gabriella was like counting on the Cutie Mark Crusaders to get her a cutie mark, because she was inspired by like no, she was always a kind and loving person back in Griffzone. Like, she was special. Like, she was Pinkie Pie put in a griffin. Yeah, that's better. Like, she was the Pinkie Pie of her town. Like, she was the Pinkie Pie of Griffinstone. She was always the kind of laughing and happy and kind of joyful one. While everybody else was, like, pushy, and they were, like, rude, and they never said thank you for anything, or, they were kind of grumpy. But, and, oh, yeah, and this kind of comes to the part where I say, Gabriella being inspired by kind of what took place in the episode back in season 5, The Lost Treasure of Griffinstone. That was kind of relatable to Thorax being inspired by you know, the main six kind of fighting the rest of the Changeling army back in Cancelot Wedding. So you see how relatable these two are? Thorax is inspired and Gabriella is expired. Well, inspired, not expired, like we're not spoiled or something. But yeah, you see what I'm talking about here, like the relatability between the two. Thorax is inspired to become good again, and Gabriella is, well, she already is how she is. She's already like happy and good and whatnot, but she's a bit furtherly inspired by kind of the ways of the ponies of Equestria. And she ends up hearing about the Cutie Mark Crusaders, and then she travels all this way to see them. And her interaction with them, like, wow, it was really cute. Like, I like how, like, Gabrielle is, like, all excited, and she's, like, holding all three of them like they're plush toys or something, and they're, like, choking, and they're like, you're squeezing me too tight here. Yeah, that'll often happen with people who really, like, hug other people really tightly. But, okay, I'm just blubbering all over the place because I just don't know what to say. I loved this episode. And, yeah, more about Gabrielle. I kind of like the structure of the story of where Gabriella gets a bit devastated and kind of depressed up to a point where she kind of paints a cutie mark on her flank, or I don't know what it's called with the griffin, but on her butt. And I kind of sort of knew that it was just a tattoo or just a painting, because I'm like, wait, how can it just happen that because if it was an actual cutie mark, then that wouldn't have really made much sense, and the story could have been like thrown all over the place. But no, I like how they kind of went with Gabriella getting so upset and depressed that she made a fake cutie mark, and it kind of gave it away when she was kind of sweating and she was kind of getting nervous when the Cutie Mark Crusaders were like, we can't wait till we tell Twilight that we've got a griffin to get a cutie mark, and she's like, yeah, sure. Yeah, because she doesn't want it to, like, get all liquefied and, like, run off or something, like it obviously did when the mud kind of mixed with it. But, and I also like her kind of sob story, or, no, not sob story, that sounds actually pretty cruel. Her explanation as to why she did it. And she says, because, you know, I didn't want you guys, like, I didn't want you, the Cutie Mark Crusaders, who I'm a major hardcore fan of, like, I didn't want to make you feel like you failed at helping somebody. Because I know that's your job as a Cutie Mark Crusaders, finding out what other ponies' purposes are in life, and, you know, helping them find their destinies and get their cutie marks. So Gabriella obviously didn't want to make the Cutie Mark Crusaders feel like failures. They didn't want them to think that they had a single flaw. They didn't want them to see that they had a bit of a fault in what they did. Well, I don't know if fault is kind of the same meaning of a flaw, but you know what I'm talking about. So that's why I feel that what happens in this episode goes pretty well with the episode title, like The Fault in Our Cutie Marks. But yeah, just what else can I say? I just really loved this episode. It's definitely to me one of the best episodes in season 6. And yeah, in the beginning, it was actually, you know, Petunia's family, that was actually a pretty unique family to see. Like, I kind of like their colors. Like, the mom was kind of blue, and, you know, Petunia was also blue, obviously. And yeah, that was a bit funny, and at the same time, yeah, unsettling to watch. Like, why is her cutie mark like a skull head with some bones? Like, that would be a bit unsettling. Like, what is she, like some kind of murderer or something? But it turns out she's an archaeologist, or whatever they're called, like, looking for dinosaur bones, so it makes sense. And yeah, the mom's eyes kind of going apart when she's kind of laughing. I'm like, oh, psycho mom right there. But yeah, just, you know, I just really like the really happy feel to this episode. Oh, and the song, I liked the song. Like this episode seemed like it was an okay episode to have a song like this, like the Purpose, and I'm pretty sure that's what the song is going to be called, Purpose in Life. I'll probably have to look it up on Brony DE later before I download the song. But yeah, that song was good. Like, it wasn't the best song in, like, the whole show, but it was enjoyable. I liked the instrumental, and at times the singing felt a bit childish and kind of mellowed. But mixed with the instrumental and mixed with what they were trying to do in this episode, the song I felt was executed okay. It wasn't bad. It wasn't awful. It was good. It was a good song. So, yeah, is there really anything else to go over in this episode? Is there? Well, not really, but just the reason why this is probably this may actually probably be one of the most likable, at least, episodes in the entire series. Actually, like now that I really think about it, like it may not just be the best episode of the entire season. You know that kind of sucks. You know, season 6, but and like I said, to me it isn't the best episode in the entire series, but it is definitely to me one of the most likable. And likable in my rankings is still very high. That's like the definition of like great out of awesome, or like 8 or 7 out of 10. But to me this episode, you know, to be honest, it definitely deserves a 10 out of 10 for being the most likable. And yeah, just what can I say? I love this episode. I really hope Dr. Wolf doesn't really give much of a negative review on this episode, because like I said, these 2 episodes, Buckball Season and this episode, The Fault in Our Cutie Marks, to me were way better than Dungeons and Discords. And like I said before, I respect the people who like Dungeons and Discords, but to me, it felt slow-paced, boring, and yeah, just from what I came to expect in a Discord episode that day, I was very disappointed. But yeah, and here's another question I asked myself: is this episode really good enough to really dominate Buckball? I say about so, actually. I say this episode is actually a bit better than Buckball Season. Like, Buckball Season is good. Like, I really liked Buckball Season. It was very enjoyable. There was a lot of, you know, funny and very creepy and unsettling faces in that episode. But here there were also some funny faces as well and some very cute moments. And, yeah, just... Yeah, and just like Buckball Season did, I like how they kept certain characters out of it. Like, I liked how it was just the Cutie Mark Crusaders, Twilight, and pretty much Gabriella. As long as like, along with also like Tender Taps and, you know, that new character Blue Note, and Petunia's family, and yeah, it was another one of those episodes where it felt like the choice in characters was very appropriate. And oh yeah, now that I'm thinking about Twilight, they had Twilight do that like whole research and assignment for nothing. Like Twilight got excited, like, you found a way to get a Griffin a Cutie Mark. Oh, I have so much research to do. I have a whole new project to do, and I'm pretty sure Twilight later is going to realize she did all that for nothing, because while she was doing that, you know, there was the whole thing with the ending of Gabriella and the Cutie Mark Crusaders, like that. Yeah, there was the ending with the Cutie Mark Crusaders saying, you know, that's all right. I mean, it was understandable to see that you didn't want to make us feel like failures, and so here we are. We went out of our way to make a kind of a metal Cutie Mark to take with you back to Griffinstone, and you know, keep spreading the value of the Cutie Mark Crusaders ways back at Griffinstone. And like they said, come back soon. And come back soon. Yes, Gabriella does really feel like a character I would really want to see again. Although I do feel that maybe that won't be really the best idea, because what kind of storylines can they really have for Gabriella in the future? We'll probably see, but in terms of coming back, yes, I would like to see Gabrielle again. I really like the character. Like, she's hyper, and she's kind of funny, and she's really cute, and yeah, just there's a lot of times where I see her excitement outbursts, and I'm like, whoa, don't soil yourself. I mean, geez, calm down. But, yeah. I like Gabriella, and I like the Cutie Mark Crusaders in this episode. Like I said, I like this storyline, and I like the idea of them kind of coping with the fact that they may not be able to help everybody, but you know, there can still be a good ending to things. And yeah, just I like this episode. Good story, very good concept, and yeah, I just like the characters. Gabriella is just very nice. I just can't wait to see all the fan art skyrocket on Derpy Burrow after this episode, because there's so many new characters to make fan art for, like Petunia's family and maybe more Tender Taps art, Blue Note, yeah, Blue Note, I can see getting some fan art or maybe some wallpapers. And yeah, for Gabriella, yeah, I really can't wait to see a lot of maybe fan art for Gabriella and maybe the Cutie Mark Crusaders with her. So can't wait to see all the beautiful masterpieces on Dorothy Burrow. But for this episode, definitely to me, 10 out of 10. I really loved it. To me, one of the best episodes in season 6, and might possibly be one of the most enjoyable and likable episodes of the entire series, actually. But as always, I'd like to see you guys your thoughts on this episode below in the comment section below, as always. So, is there really anything else to cover? No, not really. But anyway, that was my reaction and review on MLP Season 6, Episode 19, The Fault in Our Cutie Marks, I believe. Hope you liked this episode, and yeah, like I said in the beginning of the video, Hasbro wasn't really taking too kindly to this episode being up on YouTube or in reaction videos for that matter, but I earlier found that kind of my tablet method of doing videos actually kind of keeps me safe from copyright, so maybe that'll help. I don't know, maybe Hasbro will just be a dick and take mine down, but if that happens, then you'll just see the review part of this video, which you're obviously watching right now, so. But, yeah, I hope that doesn't happen. But, anyway, I liked this episode, and hope you guys enjoyed this reaction review. Don't forget to subscribe only if you actually enjoyed the content on my channel, not just because I asked you to. And, as always, I will see you guys in the next video that I do. Bro hoof to everybody watching, and I will see you next time.